Paradoxes and contradiction. A paradox describes an assertion or explanation which is contrary to reason. But at the same time we think we can see the sensible in the assertion, because you're almost forced to conclude something that seems totally unacceptable seen from innocent eyes. An example of a paradox could be one made by Oscar Wilde. It goes, "I can resist everything except temptation." Here the joke is that he can resist doing things that are not tempting, but cannot resist doing that which he shouldn't do. It sounds like he's describing his strong will to resist, but he isn't, because he makes an exception for temptation. And exactly that part tricks our minds. But one of the most famous paradoxes is the liar paradox. A Greek logician named Eubulis, who lived 300 years before Christ, formulated it. He said, "Everything I'm saying is a lie." The liar paradox touches something that's essential when we're talking about paradoxes. Exactly that a paradoxical assertion is correct if it's false, and the other way around. In this case, with the liar paradox, it's actually easy to see the essential part and to convince yourself that it's correct. Because with the liar paradox you claim that what you're saying is a lie. But if that's truly correct, that you're lying, then your assertion is a lie. And if that's a lie, then you're telling the truth. And then your assertion about that you're lying is wrong. So the paradoxical part is that the assertion is only true if it's wrong, and wrong when it's truth. To describe it with another word, the assertion is self-contradictory. But paradoxes are not only being used in writing or when socializing. It can also be expressed in art. Another name for paradoxical is contradictory. And that's more used when we're talking about art, for example. A picture like this just immediately annoys your eyes. The picture is named Relativity and is a lithographed print by the Dutch artist M.C. Escher back in 1953. And throughout the history, artists have been more compelled to explore paradox as contradiction. Paradoxes are not automatically seen upon as funny. But if you just take a second and try to figure some paradoxes out, then it becomes a funny situation. The funny part is that you can't figure them out. They mess with your mind. To bring up the liar paradox again, it started a whole discussion about whether it was true or if it was a lie. And on the internet you can find several pages where people are almost fighting about the liar paradox. So as a viewer, it's funny to see people's reactions. Or it can also be funny to ask another person about a paradox and see the desperation in their eyes when they're trying to figure a paradox out. And that whole mind-tricking part fits well under the incongruity theory, because it messes with our perception of the world, and of course we laugh when it doesn't match our reality. So, just to sum it up, I found a quote by Richard Feynman, an American physicist. It goes, "A paradox is not only a conflict within reality, it's a conflict between reality and your feeling of what reality should be like." So that sums up what paradox and contradictions are. Yeah, that's all I had to say.